Hey y'all, and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'll be going over the Drip BUSD garden. This is a part of the animal farm, also developed by Forex Shark, and provides the opportunity to earn up to 3% daily ROI. And I will be going over what is the drip garden and how does it work. What are the main differences between the drip garden and other similar type of minor games, and also my experience and the profits or gains that I've had with the drip garden since I started back in December up to today, February 2022. So firstly, what is the drip garden? How does it work? Well, the drip garden was developed by Forex Shark and came about as a result of the popularity and demand by the drip community for a similar type of minor game such as Shrimp Farmer and BNB Miner. The community within drip were asking for something that was a bit higher reward but also higher risk in comparison to the drip faucet, and Forex answered that call with the development of the drip BUSD garden, where you have the chance to earn up to 3% daily. So how does it work? Well, similar to other miner games, you put your money into purchasing miners, which in the case of the garden are plants, and these plants produce seeds every day. And the seeds are the sellable asset from which you can either harvest and sell, or plant the seeds again, or recompound to produce more plants, thereby building up your plants or your miners so that you can produce exponentially more seeds over time as you compound that interest each day. So the garden itself is comparatively higher risk than the faucet. With the faucet, you are guaranteed that 1% daily. With the drip garden, you have the chance to get up to 3% daily, but your returns are also dependent on the actions of other players in the game, and also very highly dependent on how much you choose to compound or replant your seeds versus harvesting them and selling them for cash. So what are the main differences between the drip garden and other minor games? Two things mainly. One is sustainability and the other is fairness. Forex responded to the call by the drip community for something that was higher risk, higher reward. But he also saw some of the flaws in similar type of minor games such as Shrimp Farmer or BNB Miner, and he wasn't prepared to do a fork of Shrimp Farmer or BNB Miner. So he instead developed the drip garden with these two main factors in mind, being sustainability and fairness. How is it more sustainable? Well, with the other minor games, the insiders, which are mostly the developers, hold 90% plus of the buying power and the miners. So anyone entering the game after the insiders have deposited their initial have very little to no chance to catch up to the insiders in terms of buying miners and their ability to produce returns and make profits off the game. So with the drip BUSD garden, it is developed in such a way that no matter when you get into the garden or when you choose to deposit your initial, you still get a fair price for plants, and you don't have 90% plus of the buying power and the miners in the hands of those insiders who, if they choose to sell, will inevitably drain the contract and virtually bring the whole game to a close, basically game over for everyone else. In terms of fairness of the game, there are two unique features of the drip garden being the multipliers, the contract balance multiplier, which increases as the contract balance increases, as well as the time multiplier, which increases by 0.1% every day. This results in every player, no matter when they enter the drip garden, getting a similar price for plants, no matter when they enter. So in this way, the drip garden is really on another level in comparison to other minor games, with the aspects of sustainability and fairness really standing out and putting it above the rest in terms of the profits you can make from the drip USD garden in comparison to those such as Shrimp Farmer and BNB Miner. My own experience with the drip garden, I entered when the garden launched in December 2021. I invested 2,000 BUSD and got 207 plants, which began producing seeds from day one. Over time, as I have compounded my gains and increased the amount of plants that I have in my garden, which also increases the amount of seeds per day, which are the sellable asset, thereby increasing my profits. Currently, as of today, for February 23rd, 2022, I have 1,073 plants, which produce 92,707,200 seeds per day. Through compounding or replanting more than harvesting, you are able to increase the amount of plants you have, thereby increasing the amount of seeds you can produce each day and increasing your profits. So currently, with the amount of plants I have, I'm able to produce about returns in the amount of $195 to $200 per day, which is a pretty good return on interest considering my investment of 2,000 BUSD a little shy of 2 months ago. So in December of 2021, I purchased 207 plants. As you can see from the time and contract balance multipliers, obviously it was 0 at that time at the beginning of the contract and the beginning of the drip garden game. And over time, through compounding a lot more than harvesting. I've only harvested a handful of times in comparison to the daily compounding that I have been doing. Now I have 1,073 plants, which produce about 35 plants per day currently, resulting in a profit of $190 to $200 per day. If you're interested in getting into the drip garden, take a look at the animal.farm, have a look at the white paper, which goes into more detail on how to play the game and how to start gardening. If you do want to get into the garden, please consider using my referral link below. If this video has been of any help at all to you, please consider using that referral link. It helps keep the channel running and at no extra cost to you. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.